Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. I hope everyone's grabbing a taco today. I think I actually might, because I'm intrigued. I want a freaking taco. Maybe a breakfast darn burrito. I don't know. I'm hungry, guys. But we're going to get after it today as we sip our coffees. We have a ton of headlines to jump into today. Not so much international. We do have one story out of South Korea. We do have our Treasury Secretary making a move with tariff revenue to bring down our debt. I wonder how Bitcoin can relate to that one. We'll dive into that. Just a little thought there. The SEC postponing even more ETFs. Logan Paul, we know him and his field project Cryptozoo might actually be over with that whole debate in court. We also have Illinois governors coming after Donnie T and his pro-crypto groups. We do have a Bitcoin bull that's looking to get into a DeFi SPAC. We also have Kindly MD, another company looking to buy more Bitcoin. Gemini actually maybe partnering with Ripple for a credit line for their IPO. This is pretty wild. We'll dive into that. There's also another company that is in crypto, joining the IPO rush. So we have the Gemini IPO, another IPO, BitMine, who's Tom Lee's Bitcoin mining companies. Their Ethereum holdings are soaring. They're buying. For our spotlight, we do have something super interesting, which is Hines, the executive director of digital assets, who's no longer the executive director of digital assets for the White House, stepped down, resigned, and went back to the private sector, was the rumor. Now, who did he team up with? That's going to be our spotlight. And your coins to watch segment. We have a ton of coins. We have things that are up and down all around. So if you're ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of, as we went down one, 23,020, or maybe 23,023. So let's aim for 11 more subscribers today. I am bullish. I'm ready to get after it. Are we live? Wait, hold on. Am I not live right now? Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Everything was so I was so nervous for a second. I didn't see anything going on. It said we had people waiting, what they were watching. Oh boy, I got nervous. Guys, we're going to be okay. We have the Zest, the news, the education. So again, smash the like, subscribe, and share. We have that goal. We also want to say good morning to each other. So say good morning to me as I say good morning to you, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show that include Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to Vacation Genie, pay for your cruise with crypto. Let's do this thing. Let's say good morning. Let's say good morning. We also have Crypto Princess that's going to be live after me today, so you will be redirected there automatically. telepathically. We have All Set, good morning. Mama Shadow, backup, peace of mind, good morning. We got Jesse, Blackhead as always, good morning to you. We got Squeaks in the chat, Andy S, good morning. All Set's hanging. We have Mayuf Abdallah, hello, my friend. Nice to see you. I hope I pronounced that correctly. We got Rob C. Alex Collingborn is over on X. We got David L. Nice to see you. Douglas. Douglas is here. Hello. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, we love Doug. Gary's on multiple platforms. We got Ben Spada, Mr. Flex a lot. Good morning. Leroy is here. Mike Mazzone, Omar, Swanky, Johnny Q are on X today. We have an X gang. We got Bobby F in the chat. Corvette. Good morning. Team JFK is here. Good morning. Reggie, nice to see you. It will go down, guaranteed. Can't believe what YouTuber the people. Oh, are you talking about false predictions? I mean, I don't make predictions on this channel, so you don't got to worry about that. Cassius is on X today. Crypto Trucker Mike is here. Ace of Hearts, good morning. Mullen David, good morning to you. All right, guys. Oh, we got Mark Smithson. Nice to see ya. All right, guys, let's get into the show. We're not going to waste any time. Again, smash the like, subscribe, and share. I'm so bullish, guys. I had a furniture delivery this morning, right? Sascha on X. I had a delivery this morning, and I thought they were going to come during my show. The window was 8:30 to 11:30, and it's currently 9:53. They got here at 8:30, and they were out by 9. So that was really good, and I was really happy about that. So let's get after it. Market recap. We got a little sea of both red and green. Mantle up 9% today. OKB also one of our largest gainers. Our largest loser on this little bubble map seems to be Pump, down around 9%. Looking at Bitcoin, again, losing our footing over here at that 117.5. That was a critical level, my friends. Now, your bearish option number 1 is 112. Your bearish option number 2 is 106. I think going down to 106 would be our best bearish case scenario for Bitcoin, not going below 100K, maintaining that 100 plus K. However, I think it's a great level to hold support because we really didn't hold support there at all. Red dot has been printed as we're at $115,000, $367 Bitcoin. We're down 0.78%. A red dot has been printed, pulling down that momentum. The VWAP is down. Money flow is stagnant. And then we have over here the RSI maybe continuing, going back into its downtrend here. I would honestly like to see an oversold RSI. I believe, hold on, which chart was I looking at? The RSI was oversold. I think it was the 4 hour. Hold on, let me gander here. So we did peak out of this oversold. So we tapped it, we came out of it on the 4 hour going into today's candle. So, you know, I could see some zest pulling up. We do have a red dot green dot printed, and a positive VWAP here on the 4 hour market cipher. So we could have like an interim pump, but it seems for the daily, we're just kind of like in a little bit of a limbo. I would like to be in this limbo though. I think this is very good. Number can't go always straight up. We want to have those moments of taking a breath and chilling out for Bitcoin. So also you could, view it as an opportunity to buy the dip. Wyoming, with their stablecoin, is it official? Hold on. I didn't see this yet. 2 hours ago. Oh, so this was after I pulled my initial news. All right, but we're going to add this to our headlines. We're going to add it. We have some states making some moves. We're going to talk about Illinois, and we're also going to talk about Wyoming. All right. Let's get into it, guys. We're going to get into this show. My AirPods are I cannot believe the difference between the first generation and the second one. It's actually a really big difference. Let's get into your breaking news headlines. We're going to jump into South Korea first. Let's do it. South Korea is having crypto exchanges halt their lending services. Something we've seen in the US, but South Korea seems very strict. It's like they have a love-hate relationship with crypto over there. We have their SFC or their FSC. I relate that to China. China's is SFC and South Korea is FSC. Yeah, crazy. So South Korea's top financial regulator, the Financial Services Commission, the FSC, said on Tuesday, they sent letters to exchanges requesting suspension of new crypto lending until it completes guidelines. Existing contracts like repayments and maturity extensions will be permitted. On July 31st, the FSC and FSS announced they had formed a joint task force to develop regulatory framework for crypto lending, and these guidelines are expected to cover leverage limits, user eligibility, and risk disclosures for virtual asset lending activities. They said they would conduct on-site inspections and take supervisory action against platforms that fail to comply. This comes after they've gotten reports about user losses and things of that nature. So if you're in South Korea or you're interested in that market, they are kind of clamping down on crypto lending and leverage. So keep calm, hodl on, and look at the bright side. All right, guys. We have Kypros saying, good morning, Randy and Crypto Fam. Hello, Quarter Crawler is here. Chipper, hello, my lovely friends. Please smash the like and share. We're going to head into the United States now. That's really all I had for international news today, unfortunately. But we do have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent making this comment that they're going to use tariff revenue to pay down the U.S. debt. But again, why not just print more money if that's what you do anyway, right? Which is like what a lot of these comments say, which is hilarious. And again, using the tariff revenue to pay down the debt, or maybe it should be used to pay down the debt. But what about just buying some Bitcoin, bro? And then over time, we'll pay off our debt with the Bitcoin you buy, instead of just, using a percentage of tariff revenue to go ahead and pay off debt that is going to be harder to pay off because of the amount of money we're printing, and it makes the dollar worth less. It makes it even more difficult. Yeah, because that makes sense. Make it make sense, guys. Yeah, we're in debt, but we could just print more money. That's wild work, man. Wild work. In other news, we do have the SEC today pushing back decisions for the Truth Social ETF, the Solana, and XRP crypto ETFs. Interesting, isn't it? The SEC delayed rulings on 3 high-profile crypto ETFs, extending review deadlines into October. Again, I tell you over and over and over again, September to December, we are going to see ETFs. We are going to see regulation. We're going to see possibly a Bitcoin reserve really take place in the United States. So I would just mind you to keep calm, hodl on. We could have buy the rumor, sell the news events through September and December, but I'm very, very bullish otherwise. Very bullish. Now, in notices filed August 18th, the agency set new decision dates of October 8th for the Truth Social Bitcoin and ETH ETF, October 16th for the 21 shares in Bitwise Solana ETFs, and October 9th for the 21 shares Core XRP Trust. Now, the Truth Social and Bitcoin and ETH ETF submitted June 24th is structured as a commodity-based trust holding Bitcoin and ETH directly and issues shares by backing the assets. And then they also seek, Cboe BZX is seeking approval for the U.S. spot Solana ETFs, even though there are already leveraged Solana ETFs, which is hilarious. Like, I just don't know how it all makes sense. But at the end of the day, October seems to be the move. So September to December, keep calm, hodl on, get ready for all that money to flow right into crypto. There is a Texas judge, so we're going to talk about Texas, Wyoming, Illinois. We got Texas that there's a judge backing Logan Paul's bid to end his suit over Cryptozoo. Cryptozoo was a project that Logan Paul launched. Apparently, again, he didn't fulfill his roadmap. There were a lot of things that went wrong there. Logan Paul is, bottom line, a celebrity. And when it comes to celebrities, it's either they're held responsible, quotations around that, and made an example out of, or they just get to slide and get away with what they've done. So right here we got Cryptozoo, Logan Paul's bid to dismiss the proposed class action over his defunct NFT project. And so the judge, Ronald Griffin, advised Austin federal court on Thursday that the class group had not sufficiently tied Paul to their claims that they lost money by buying into the project. And it could see a federal judge drop the suit unless the class group updates it. Now, the group is made up of Cryptozoo buyers who first sued Paul and others allegedly tied to the project back in February 2023, alleging it was a rug that promised perks which never materialized. Still, Griffin said the group should be allowed to amend all but one of its 27 claims against Paul, a claim alleging he committed commodity pool fraud and should be permanently dismissed. Judge Griffin said in his 75-page report that his recommendation to dismiss the lawsuit's commodity pool fraud claim came as the court does not follow the plaintiff's logic. And it was argued that these NFTs were an option contract as they started eggs that hatch into animals, which can then be bred with others to create hybrid animals that could then be traded. This is just a little bit of a scary image. I'm not gonna lie. But basically, they were made unaware of their value until they hatch. And because the Cryptozoo NFT animals can be bred with others to create hybrid NFTs, the option contract is thereby formed. So I just think this comes after the fact that it's so hard to tie things to, oh, it's a commodity, it's a security. This is something you could expect an increase of value from. It just doesn't make sense, especially with NFTs. So I do actually feel bad for these people that were involved in this because, yes, things did not materialize. Yet again, you got to look at this fact, which is that Paul allegedly promised to make a plan for Cryptozoo. He put aside $2.3 million for refunds for the buyers a year later under the condition that the claimants agreed to not sue over the project. The buyers were refunded 0.1 ETH, the same amount the NFTs were originally sold for in 2021. So it's like, if you got your refunds, I mean, just walk away, I guess. I don't know. Was it wrong? Yeah. Did things not come to light? Yeah, but that's most of the crypto projects or NFTs that came out of 2021. And most people got no refunds. So I feel like, you just got to take what you can get. Beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't a great example, though. It just that was one of the first projects that just gave crypto this celebrity, whenever a celebrity comes into crypto, we're like, not really liking that. Wyoming, though, is launching Visa-supported stablecoins on not one, not two, not three, but 7 whole blockchains. This is big, big news from Wyoming, guys. The Wyoming Stablecoin Commission, a body authorized by the state to issue a stablecoin, announced the mainnet launch of the Frontier Stablecoin Token Stablecoin. The Frontier Stablecoin. That's hilarious. We're so early, guys. This title just shows me how early we are. It's the FRNT stable. It's a fully collateralized digital token backed by short duration U.S. Treasury bills and U.S. dollars with the statutorily mandated 102% reserve requirement. And the commission said this in an announcement today. According to Eleanor Terrett, the FRNT is now live on 7 blockchains, including ETH, Solana, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Polygon, Optimism, and Base. However, due to lingering regulatory hurdles, the token is not yet available to the public, and it's expected to be announced at their Wyoming Blockchain Symposium, their second annual event, and for years, according to Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon, Wyoming has been the leading state on blockchain, crypto, and digital asset regulation, passing over 45 pieces of legislation since 2016. And you could also give a lot of love to their senator as well, Cynthia Lummis, who even put forward the Bitcoin Act for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. He did add that the mainnet launch of the Frontier stable token will empower our citizens and businesses with a modern, efficient, and secure means of transacting in the digital age. So I give Wyoming mad credit for this. This is accepted by Visa as well. Let me just get to this part first. According to an announcement shared by Avalanche developer Avalabs, Wyoming's FRNT stablecoin will be available for use anywhere that Visa is accepted. The supported payment channels will include major mobile payment and digital wallet services such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, and physical cards. That's a wow moment. So, we got Wyoming Visa cards out here. like instant tax refunds that are instantly spendable, streamlined social benefits, easy to spend, automated vendor payouts that settle in seconds. That is crazy. So first US state issued dollar-pegged stablecoin. Spendable. 7 blockchains. That is just ridiculous. There are other states. I forgot which one it was. Maybe you guys in the chat can tell me. What's the state that issued their own currency with gold, like literal gold paper or whatever? It's their own currency in that state. Is it Arizona? Can someone tell me if it's Arizona? I remember, I think St. Jerome, who's in this chat sometimes, at Litecoin Summit in July of last year, he gave me that currency, and I forgot what state it's from, but it's absolutely sick. So we know that states already have their own currencies, and then we got Wyoming that has their own stablecoin now, so that's just big. That's big, big news. I just want to say good morning to all my friends in the chat. Quarter Crawler even saying, let's go, guys, 150 today. Let's hit the likes, guys. If we hit 150 likes today, I'll give away $23 of Bitcoin since we just hit 23,000 subscribers. So, it might be the Utah foil notes. They're like gold currency. Someone tell me what state it is, please. I'm begging you. Before I have to go to AI and ask AI. We do have an Illinois governor. Florida made copper and silver ones. Is it? It's a few states gold-backed notes. Yeah, there's definitely something that I have. I have to go find it. I could find it somewhere and show it to you guys. There's an Illinois governor blasting Donnie T's crypto bros with a new bill signing and also coming after crypto ATMs. Today is Tuesday. There's no after show today, my friends. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker took a swipe at Donnie T for allowing crypto bros to guide policy as he signed 2 bills to regulate crypto in the state. Now, Illinois is going to be absolutely... Oh my God, I was going to say a bad word. Illinois is going to be very far behind if they go ahead and do something stupid here. We're going to hear what they have to say. But I worry about Illinois when we have other states like Wyoming that are super bullish. He says, while the Donnie T administration is letting crypto bros write federal policy, Illinois is implementing common sense protections for investors and consumers. And it has become divisive on the state level since Repubs won the election, and some states such as Texas and Arizona fully embracing the industry. Arizona's 50-50. I really wouldn't say they're embracing it. While others, like Dem Stronghold Illinois, have taken a more cautious stance. Now, the first bill he put out is SB 1797, the Digital Assets and Consumer Protection Act, granting their Department of Financial and Professional Regulation authority to oversee digital asset exchanges and businesses. They passed it in April and through their Senate. Now, the legislation requires crypto companies and exchanges to maintain adequate financial resources, implement cybersecurity, and anti-fraud measures, provide investment disclosures, and follow customer service standards similar to TradFi services. He also said, at a time where fraudsters continue to evolve,
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Gary, calm down. Gary Gensler, shush. This isn't about you. And consumer protections are being eroded at the federal level. Illinois sending a clear message that we won't tolerate taking advantage of our people and their hard-earned assets, saying, well, Donnie T lets them run the streets, I'm taking control. He also signed the Digital Asset Kiosk Act, the SB 2319, specifically targeting crypto ATMs by requiring operators to register with state regulators, provide full refunds to scam victims, cap transaction fees at 18%, and limit daily transactions to $2,500 for new customers. You know what? $2,500 is fair. Capping ATM fees at 18%. Why in the actual would I pay 18% fees? That is absolutely ludicrous. Your ATM fees, if they're at 18%, I would just walk away. I would walk away. If they're at 10%, I would walk away. That is stupid. That is ridiculous. So this, maybe I could agree on the ATMs, they should not be charging dumb fees. They should also have accurate prices for Bitcoin. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to a crypto ATM where Bitcoin, for example, right now is 115K, but it'll go to the ATM and it'll say 130. And then so again, they're upcharging you there, and then you have the fees. So you're just losing a lot of money either way. And yeah, no, $10 ATM fees in Vegas casinos. I think I saw $12. I saw some wild fees at the ATM in Vegas. I actually have pictures from when I went to Vegas. I was going to all these different ATMs just for the curiosity of seeing how much the fees were. Crazy. I also was making let me sidetrack for a minute. Speaking of fees, I went and made a purchase yesterday. I'm sure y'all can guess what it is. I'm going to pick it up today. But I made a purchase yesterday that I needed to make. And I go to check out, and I'm seeing like this crazy, literally it says surcharge fee. I was like, what is this? And the guy goes, yeah, they charge like 10% fees or something. Hold on. What was it? Times, I think it was 10%. I don't know what it was. 5 times point. Yeah, I think it was like, I don't even know, like an 8% fee, something like that. It was like really egregious to the point where the fee came to $15. And I was like, what is that? I said to the guy, I was like, there's a $15 surcharge? Like for what? And he said, well, yeah, credit cards, they charge you a crazy fee. But I think it was like 3%, something like that. And he was like, yeah, they charge you a crazy fee. But if you use a debit card, then it's a lot less in fees. So I had to use a debit card instead of a credit card to save money on the fees, because the cash back I would get using my credit card would not amount to the fee I'm paying. So I was trying to math that out. That was ridiculous. Why in the actual world am I being charged $15 extra because I'm using a credit card? That is absolutely crazy. And I said to the guy, I said, this is why you have to accept crypto. And he goes, absolutely. I wish we could accept crypto because the fees are stupid. Oh no, it wasn't the AirPods. It was a different purchase I had to go make yesterday. I'm sure y'all can figure it out. I have my new AirPods. They're in my ears. I've had to make some purchases lately, guys, for my new home. It is what it is. But I told him, like, you should be accepting Bitcoin. And he said, I actually wish I could, which there is a way. I don't know what that particular shop, if they could, because of what they're selling, but it's possible. Yeah, I'm sure you guys could look at my story and on Instagram, and you could tell what I bought yesterday. We do have Bitcoin bulls and billionaires going to get into SPACs, a $250 million SPAC. Who is it? Chamath. I think this is how you pronounce his name, Chamath. I'm definitely butchering it. I always forget how to pronounce this man's name. But he is an early Bitcoin investor and billionaire filing to raise $250 million in a blank check company, American Exceptionalism Acquisition Corp A, targeting the DeFi, AI, energy, and defense sectors. Now, this SPAC, which is a special purpose acquisition company, it would be led by Social Capital managing partner Seven True as CEO and Chamath as I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, as the chairman, according to the registration statement filed with the SEC. And the $250 million raise seeks to offer 25 million shares at $10 each, under the ticker AEXA on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, they're betting on DeFi, not Bitcoin, to lead the next wave of financial innovation, focusing on solutions that bridge trad markets with blockchain tech, saying that True said, well, Mr. Chamath has been long been a proponent of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge and no alternative to fiat. Wow, I totally effed that up. While Chamath has been a long proponent of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge and alternative to fiat, we believe that the next stage of development is the increased integration between TradFi and DeFi, which I agree. I definitely think that alts are gonna go ahead and take over because, again, just Bitcoin, we actually know that Bitcoin is like our number one. She's our OG. But at the same time, what's really going to carry DeFi? What's really going to carry tokenization, and that's going to be other blockchains. So I'm kind of with them on that note. I would be betting on DeFi as well. You should always be betting on Bitcoin too, but DeFi as well. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe, and share. Let me know. Vegas $11 ATM a few weeks ago. Yeah, I saw 12. I'm pretty sure I saw $12 the last time I went. We also have Kindly MD, which is another company looking to buy Bitcoin, $200 million convertible note sale. So Kindly MD, aka Naka for Nakamoto, the Nasdaq listed firm that recently merged with Bitcoin treasury firm Nakamoto, closed a $200 million convertible note offering. They bear no interest for the first 2 years, then they carry a 6% annual rate starting in year 3 until maturity in 2028. They intend to use the funds to buy Bitcoin. So that's, again, another company looking to buy Bitcoin. So that's $200 million in the bucket right there. And then we're going to also talk about IPOs. We do have a blockchain lender Figure joining the crypto IPO rush as well. So this is a new crypto stock that to potentially watch. Now Figure, which is a blockchain-powered lender powered by SoFi co-founder Mike Cagney, he filed with the SEC for an initial public offering, and the company plans to list its Class A shares on the Nasdaq under the ticker Figure, FIGR, with Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, and BofA Securities serving as the lead underwriters. Now, the path to public markets has been years in the making. They did launch a SPAC in 2021, and with a $250 million raise aimed at acquiring growth stage businesses using provenance as an efficiency layer. However, in the end, this SPAC did not bring Figure to the market. Now, they last month merged with Figure Markets, a blockchain marketplace, and then they issue something interesting, YDLS, which is a yield-bearing stablecoin structured as a tokenized money market fund. That's wild. That is so wild. So we have another crypto IPO coming about. In addition, we do have Gemini, who we know wants to have their IPO. Ripple, somehow intertwining with that, extending a $75 million credit facility to Gemini for their IPO. Yeah, man, this is pretty interesting. Listen to this. And if you're bullish on Ripple, if you're bullish on XRP, I better be seeing XRP emojis and you hitting the likes in there. All right, let's go. Gemini's long-awaited IPO filing drew fresh attention to payments giant Ripple, with the exchange disclosing a $75 million credit line from the company alongside a steep financial loss. In documents submitted to the SEC, Gemini revealed a $282 million net loss for the first half, an almost sevenfold increase from the $41.4 million shortfall a year earlier. Revenue fell to $67.9 million from $74.3 million. The filing puts Gemini, which plans to use the ticker GEMI on NASDAQ, in line to become the third exchange to trade publicly after Coinbase and Bullish. Now, Ripple's role in the listing stood out because in the filing, Gemini said it entered a credit agreement with Ripple Labs in July, granting access to up to $75 million in loans, with the option to extend the facility to $150 million if certain metrics are met. In addition, once borrowing surpasses the initial $75 million, requests can be denominated in Ripple's RLUSD. As of the filing date, however, no borrowings had been drawn under the facility. Of course, Ripple somehow gets RLUSD just thrown in there. That is wild work by Ripple. Ripple coming in, playing savior for Gemini, and Gemini's like, you know what? I guess so. I think that the Winklevi must have a lot of faith in Brad Garlinghouse and all the bros at Ripple to go ahead and do that. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for putting your XRP emojis in the chat. Yeah, art of the deal indeed. Very interesting. There must be a lot of faith with Gemini and Ripple. I'm so sorry, guys. There's something in my eye. Okay, let's keep going. We do have Ethereum news too. We have ETH treasury companies Bitmine, who is with Tom Lee. Tom Lee is just a bloody genius. Their holdings topped $6.6 billion. Bitmine Immersion Tech, BMNR, the listed firm with a digital asset treasury strategy focusing on ETH and led by Tom Lee, said in an SEC filing its holdings surpassed 1.5 million ETH, worth roughly $6.6 billion. That's just now when ETH is 4,200. Guys, imagine when we pass 5K ETH. Like, this is just... I can't wait for Tom Lee to go on TV and flex, because this is the biggest flex ever. Tom Lee is a bloody genius. I would die. I would love to have this man on my show. Tom Lee, my love, if you are hearing this, please come on my podcast. I would love to interview you. Like, you are a bloody genius. I just needed to give Tom Lee his flowers. I always give Tom Lee his flowers. Man is so smart. We're going to also talk about Bo Hines right now for our spotlight, which is the man who used to want to lead crypto for the country. Let's talk about it. Oh boy. Or oh Bo. Oh. Okay, it wasn't funny. Anyway, Bo Hines, the former executive director for digital assets in the United States and with the White House, recently stepped down and he said, I'm out of here. I'm out of the government. I'm out of the White House. We're going back to the private sector. People were questioning, where is he going? Who's he working with now? Well, Tether answered that question this morning, saying that now Bo Hines is their executive director or strategic director for digital assets and U.S. strategy, because we know Tether is international, and all the Dems and a lot of people that don't like crypto or favor it, they came after Tether because they're not based in the United States. Again, the Genius Act, all these bills primarily benefit the banks and Circle, who issues USDC. Of course, Tether, I think, has more power and adds a lot more liquidity to our space, especially in international waters. So I think this is a pretty good deal for them to get Bo. Now, looking over here at the actual press release that's linked in this post, hold on. In a move that underscores its rising influence and unstoppable vision, Tether, the largest company in the digital asset ecosystem, announced the appointment of Bo Hines as strategic advisor for digital assets and U.S. strategy. He most recently served as the executive director of the White House Crypto Council under President Donald T. He will start with immediate effect to directly engage and coordinate Tether's U.S. strategy and expansion as part of the group's core team. He brings a unique blend of policy expertise, legal training, private sector insights, and while at the White House, he was instrumental in advancing initiatives to foster innovation in digital assets, develop clear guardrails for stablecoin issuers, and build a collaborative relationship between the government and blockchain industry. He also led an interagency working group focused on innovation, consumer protection, and integration. And so the CEO of Tether says that Bo's appointment demonstrates our commitment to building a strong U.S.-based presence that spans across multiple sectors, starting with digital assets and expanding into new opportunities, including a deep focus on further investments in domestic infrastructure. And domestic infrastructure could also mean Bitcoin mining. They're very heavy into Bitcoin mining. And then also, what else are they going to get into? AI. So I think Bo is going to make a lot of money with Tether. At least, hopefully, he's getting a good check from them. But also, Tether's really who leads the world with crypto and really liquidity. You go in all these exchanges, even internationally, what's the main pair? USDT to whatever cryptocurrency. I think Tether is so important to this space. And they are a large holder of U.S. Treasury assets as well. So I think they're going to be a large part of this economy in the future as well, which is why I think a lot of people in the gov don't really like Tether, because they have so much power. Furthermore, we're going to keep getting after it. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing. We're going to go into our coins to watch segment, and then I will send y'all off in a few minutes to Crypto Princess. So let's do it. Leading your gainers here, number one is Mantle up 8.3%, AB up 5.6%, OKB up 1%, Sonic up 0.1%, and XDC up 2%. Leading the losers is Pump.Fun. Not having fun today, down 10%. Aptos down almost 5%, Athena down 4.5%, Pendle down 4.4%, and Injective down about 4.4% as well. Looking at Ethereum, 4240. Again, really holding on to our golden zone here. Taking this away for a second. There we go. There we go. Our golden zone here is at 4,200. We really want to hold this level. Your bearish level to watch is 3950, which again is falling below 4K ETH. People get upset. They lose their mind. Ideally, you want to hold support here and bounce back up to about that 4,500 or even 40. Was it 48? I think it was 47.98 was our high here, our local high. Our all-time high is just below 5K. We do have a VWAP that is down as well as Ethereum. You know, we're down 1.8%. Momentum as a red dot printed, pulling down that momentum. We also have the money flow, which is actually ticking up ever so slightly. So that's actually pretty bullish news, especially we have all these institutions that are continuously buying here. The RSI is taking a hit, which I think is a great thing. Again, we were overbought. We needed to cool off. And so we'll see if we test that neutral, which I think we should. Litecoin, $114. This is a critical level to hold. Bearish level to watch here is 106. Bullish is 140. The VWAP is down. Momentum taking a hit after that red dot, weighing it down like a poor anchor. Money flow is ticking up ever so slightly today, which is a pretty good thing for Litecoin. Over here, the RSI is below that neutral. We are bearish right now, which again, I would vote for sending it to oversold because you know what? Relieve the selling pressure, let all these paper hands sell and cry, and then we end up being happy because we have a dip to buy, but also because Litecoin is the right coin. Brian's in chat. Where's Brian? Oh my gosh, it's Brian! Hello, Bri. Hello, Steve. Hello, James G. Hello, everybody. Dr. Simple Jack. Second 10-year plan. Everyone in the chat. Hello, Doge Bull. I don't know if I said hi to you today. We have Naughty Ways. Hello, Bearded Viking. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Poe is here. Everyone's here. Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to send everyone love today. That's really what I wanted to do. I have so much love for every single one of you guys in this chat. And so I think I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say almost everybody in this chat because Gio came in here to start trouble. As I said, zero reason to be bullish. What do you mean? Bitcoin's $114,000. Why am I bearish? Why am I ever bearish on Bitcoin? The answer is I'm never bearish on Bitcoin because this is a revolutionary asset that is giving us the ability to be our own bank, transact 24/7, 365 with no censorship and no... Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, I thought so. I thought I read something out of pocket. But there's no censorship here. There's no approval. There's no denial. 24/7, 365. No censorship. No intermediaries. Always a reason to be bullish on freedom. Not 50,000 years from now. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Guys, do you think this is a good time to buy? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Let me know. I need to know. Let's let the rest of the chat share their opinions. Do you think right now is a good time to buy? I always love buying Bitcoin. I don't care what price it is. Because you know what? I care about my darn freedom. Jason on TikTok said it's always good to him. I agree. I'm with ya. I'm with ya. I'm so bullish, guys. Guys, I got my furniture this morning. I got my furniture. That means I can take my clothes out of cardboard boxes. Woohoo! Oh, that is so bullish, guys. I'm so happy about that. Anyways. You know what we're going to do? I'll make it official. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's midweek. So we'll give away Bitcoin tomorrow. And hopefully we get that 150 likes, because I know there's so many people listening right now, so many people listening to the replay. And if you're one of those people, show up tomorrow, be here, be live. So that way I can give you Bitcoin. I'm going to give away some Bitcoin tomorrow. That's the deal. I'll make it official so no one can say they didn't get a heads up. Okay? Midweek Bitcoin giveaway. We square? We square? K-Town Crypto King, good morning. Bobby F bought some Bitcoin this morning. Stacking boxes or stacking sats? The answer is both. It's both. I actually love Bitcoin, and I love my furniture. I'm so happy I get to put my clothes away, guys. Like, obviously my dresses are hanging in a closet. That's different. But like all the rest of my clothes, I could put it in a drawer. But right now, I just like, I have the drawers airing out because I want it to smell like wood. Like, cause that's kind of like, you take out your clothes, it smells like wood. No. So I'm letting it air out for a few hours. I have a pickup to do after this. I have some quills to make as well. And then, yeah, I have so many meetings today, guys. You have no idea what I'm up to. It's just absolute craziness. But I love being busy, so I'm not mad. But yeah, we're getting after it today. Thank you guys so much. Can I ban Gio from the giveaway? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can ban him from, yeah, absolutely. He says all love, though. I don't know if he's talking about love for me or love for you guys, but I hope it's for you guys because I don't think he has any for me. But we're going to keep getting after it. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm not going to hold y'all because we do have Crypto Princess that's going live. I just want to thank you so much for being here and being part of this show. Like every single day, I'm just, bullish, and I'm so happy to be here. So thank you guys so much for just being here and being a blessing to my life, and you know, really just starting off the day with me. I get very excited. I also, hold on, I know someone wanted to look at XRP. I think I saw on TikTok somewhere. Hold on. XRP is below $3 today before I head out. We're at 296 right now, down 3.3%. I would just take a look at that. You want to hold $3? Oh,
You're welcome. Thank you.
BTC Fund.
oh shoot. Oh shoot, Dr. Simplejack. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for my Bitcoin fund. Woohoo! Guys, that's my DCA. That's my today cost average. Love that. Thank you so much, Dr. Simplejack. You sweetie. It's already 10:30. I know it's almost been an hour. It's been an hour. So this show honestly flew by. I can't believe it. Like, I feel like I just got on here. I'm like, wait, it's time to go already? I literally don't want to go. My thing is, guys, I got to clear up some storage on my computer, and I'm thinking after I eventually get that done, because like my laundry list of things is still super long. I didn't think like I'd be doing this much post move. I didn't really realize. But you know what? I'm a woman that's learning. I need to clear up the storage on my computer. And then I was thinking I could go live with some Fortnite because right now Fortnite won't update on my computer until I clean it out. So that's what I'm doing after probably this weekend. I'm going to try my best to get that done. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I got to run skippity-doo out of here. But we do have Crypto Princess that is going live right now. The link is in the live chat thanks to Black Hat and Nightbot. And then the stream will redirect you over there as well. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't yet, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends so more people know what's going on here. Of course, we're going to keep getting after it. Thank you guys so much for 23,000 subscribers. Go support Crypto Princess and everyone else in this world. And I will see you guys tomorrow and on social media with my short videos. Okay, bye guys. Mwah!